Welcome to Happy Hour with your friendly neighborhood old bat. How y'all doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Just got off work. Got myself some new glasses. I'm kind of getting used to them. I see we have Lucifer Almighty and Guido. How you gentlemen doing today? How y'all doing? It's good to see you both. Let's go ahead and get started. We got some new stuff from Channing TV. Channing TV's got all of our new cows that we'd like to look at. Gives us something new to watch. So like, share, and subscribe to Channing TV. They've got all kinds of neat stuff. Hey, Mercury. Be sure to give them a like, give them a share, and give them a subscribe.
What's up, everyone? How's it going? Hello, trolls. I got something for you. Let me find
Holy
it.
no neck! What in the no neck hell is going on here? What in the actual shit is going on?
Here it is. Trolls, I found it. Get ready. Fuck you.
Fuck you, Plummet! We're no longer friends! I'm blocking you! Fuck you, goddamn bitch!
We're the champs!
No, we still the champs! Fuck you, bitch!
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another video. My name is Channing, and today we're going to be talking about a guy named Scott Rogers, also known as TikTok's Power Ranger Predator. You see, over the past few weeks, I've had Mr. Rogers plastered all over my TikTok For You page, and I'm not going to lie, at first I wanted to refrain from making a video on Scott due to the obvious implications that he deals with some sort of mental disabilities, but then I decided to dig, and what I found throughout my research definitely surprised me. So in this video we'll be covering all of the important lore behind Scott Rogers along with his controversies and allegations. But before we get into all of that, let me quickly give you guys some background information. You see, Scott Rogers is a 38-year-old man from Mobile, Alabama who lives with his dad. But unlike most 38-year-olds, Scott is noticeably obsessed with superheroes and doesn't have a job. And Scott is so obsessed to the point where he buys one-to-one scale cosplay outfits of these said superheroes. For example, in one of Scott's earliest videos on TikTok posted on September 15th in 2022, we see him fully dressed up head to toe in a Batman suit, as you can see here.
Man, not Bane again. My batterings will not help. I know what will. By the power of the...
Wow. Batman really let himself go. He really did. Let's continue.
The morphing grid. Saba! Alright, Bane. Let's see how you can handle with the sword. With the White Ranger sword. Saba! Attack! Got him! He's out like a light.
Now, it's also important to mention that as far as we can look back into Scott's digital footprint, he's been dealing with trolls who like to piss him off, because Scott always goes overboard with his reactions. Scott even got so angry at one of these trolls, he decided to pull his gonads out and flash his TikTok live just because he was angry.
You know what, bitch?
Suck on this, bitch!
And this wouldn't just happen one time. Yes, it happened twice. Along with that, Scott has also been...
He got balls out mad. He got balls out mad. Now, I can't ever remember being balls out mad. You know, where I would pull out my pubic hair or, you know, show my stuff, or, you know, I flipped off the camera a few times, but started yelling. But I've never pulled out my private parts. You fellas ever got dick out mad before?
Been known to have a very questionable love life due to various different NSFW videos that would get leaked over the years. One of the most notable leaks was when Scott decided to knock up who he thought was a girl in a motel room while recording absolutely everything. And when these videos got out, it was blatantly clear that Scott was bamboozled into getting down with a trans girl. Now, this event would cause absolute chaos for Scott because all of a sudden his audience full of trolls had even more ammo to make fun of him. And this was evident even in the earlier years of Scott's TikTok journey, because on September 16th, 2024, Scott posted a video mentioning a person known as River Rat. Now, to my understanding, this River Rat alias is just a troll messing with Scott, leading Scott to believe he's in a real relationship.
Alright, Jack. River Rat is real. Yes, she is. You know how I know? Lots of times, I video chatted with her. She's pretty. So, you don't know the real story. I do. Peace out.
And after watching that video, it's clear to us that Scott is definitely gullible. Like, you could pretty much tell this guy absolutely anything and he'd believe it to be true. It's also important to mention that at this time in Scott's online presence, he posted videos like this one here, where Scott is faking a phone call.
Alright, let's do some cleaning. Huh. I wonder who this is. Hello? 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 Oh well. Not paying attention to my answer.
Hey, Shaza.
Damn. Same number. Hello? 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 This person has one more chance. Alright, after this, I'm going to have to do something. Hello? 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 Damn it. Oh, that's it. Jiminy Crickets. Same person.
No, Lynette, I don't believe
Oh, this is Joe's ball sack. How may I help you? I need a relief. Hello? I guess they got the hint.
Now, it was videos like the one we just watched that would slowly start to build Scott's audience, which in turn allowed Scott to become more and more comfortable with posting different videos on TikTok and eventually turning on his first live stream. But at this time, Scott's account was still relatively underground, until one day everything would change. You see, on September 25th, 2022, Scott posted a video of him showcasing his infamous Power Ranger suit.
What's up, you guys? I'm gonna do a video that I've not done in a long time, but this is new on this account. Swamping time! Tiger Sword!
He's got a little bitty head and a great big body. And no neck.
White Range ready for action. Let's do this, guys. Let's call up the place. And this is Wolverine as a Power Ranger. Zordon has recruited the Wolverine as a Power Ranger. So yeah, I hope y'all like that.
Now, this video sent a shockwave all throughout TikTok. Not only did this video explode in virality, it also put Scott on the map in terms of becoming more popular online. But as many of us know, everything comes at a price. Because just 5 days after the last video we watched went viral, Scott would make an appearance on a TikTok posted on September 30th, 2022, basically calling out his trolls.
This is to the people. It's trying to scare me off of TikTok and the internet. I'm here to stay, guys. Because people here needs my smarts and good advice, you know. they would never scare me off. I'm here to stay. Power Ranger, Batman, anything. Wolverine. I'm here to stay. There's nothing y'all can do to change that. Nothing. Police here, Mobile Police, all the officers are my friends. There's nothing y'all can do or say to them. You can't call them from another city and state. You have to call them from your state. Call your police department. And, well, good luck trying to get me off of the internet. Good luck. And I appreciate all y'all. May the power protect you.
Now, not too long after that, Scott began to learn how to live stream on TikTok, which only gave trolls more access to mess with Scott. And for those of you who don't use TikTok, one of the features they have on live streams are known as battles, where two different creators can go on a split screen and go head-to-head for donations. The person with the most donations wins, then the process repeats itself. So, trolls would begin to battle on live with Scott, making for some pretty funny moments over the years. One of the most infamous moments from Scott's TikTok live is when he would battle a Kermit the Frog puppet, and Scott would absolutely lose his mind every time Kermit would win because Scott felt as if his TikTok donations were being stolen, and Kermit even got under Scott's skin after bragging about a fake WWE belt, as you can see here.
The belt is ours, Scotty.
Nope, the belt ain't y'all's. Nope.
The Kermit crew's sitting on it right now.
No, you better take off my belt. Stop
Nope.
sitting on my belt,
No,
goddammit.
it's our belt now.
No, it's not.
Yes, it
No,
is.
it's not. I got the goddamn belt.
No, you don't.
See, I got the daggum belt.
No, I'm sitting on it. We're the champs.
No, you thief. You thief.
No, 6-0. Boom.
No.
Let me give a shot
No.
out to MVP.
Thief.
Go.
Thief.
Oh, wow. This just isn't. Wow. You know, I don't know what to say to this. I kind of feel some kind of way about this. I can't pick on my man too hard because he's obviously slow. But he keeps coming back time after time after time. And I don't know, guys. I don't know. I feel some kind of way about this.
Fuck you, Kermit. We're no longer friends. I'm blocking you. Fuck you, goddamn bitch.
We're the champs.
No, we still the champs. Fuck you, bitch.
Now, at this point, I'd be lying if I told you that the Kermit crash out was the only time Scott would lose his mind on social media, because not too long after the last incident, Scott found himself crashing out on live once again in a panel full of trolls.
Say thank you, baby. I love you.
Oh, shit.
Don't, you only call me that, Kilo. Baby? What the? Are you cheating on me?
No,
dare
Scott.
you?
Well, why did you call
Chaparita.
that person baby?
Actually, this
I
is
said,
my Monday.
you're-
This is my
thank
Monday.
you, maybe.
Now, it's not rocket science to understand that Scott most likely deals with some sort of mental disabilities, as I mentioned earlier. So, as I was doing my research, it did confuse me as to why there were so many people messing with Scott so much, especially because it was clear he's disabled. And not to mention, most of Scott's videos seemed positive, until I uncovered the fact that Scott was arrested in his hometown for theft of property in the 3rd degree, leaving him with a D-class felony. And even though this isn't a reason to troll Scott, and it doesn't necessarily make him a bad person, it did help me to build the conclusion as to why people troll him. Because after knowing Scott was arrested in the videos we've already seen, it's clear that Scott has anger issues. And it's important to mention that most of these videos we've seen of Scott crashing out are hidden from the eyes of his viewers, making people who archive his content, and especially his live streams, a hot commodity in Reddit threads and comment sections. And it was in these same Reddit threads and comment sections that led me to find some of the most concerning videos of Scott Rogers, where he's seen on 2 separate occasions showing his package on TikTok Live out of pure frustration, and even saying the hard R on stream as well.
Like
Nah,
you told
this
me.
is beyond ridiculous. Someone impersonating me? Just ignore it.
Yeah,
Nah,
stop
motherfucking
impersonating me, motherfucker.
You know what? Go kill yourself, you motherfucking
You know
bitch.
what?
Scott,
You know what?
Scott,
Go
please.
drink cyanide.
No,
bitch.
why don't you go drink?
Are you trying to get me
bitch?
bananas? Are you
Yeah?
trying to get
Why don't
me
you go
bananas?
drink your daddy's?
I hope you're not
Bitch.
trying to get me bananas.
You know what, bitch? Suck on this, bitch. You let a fake me come in, your love, and that. Nah, we're done. You're blocked on everything. Motherfucking bitch ass.
Oh, Scott.
Because you motherfucking do not. And no.
Oh my
You
God.
fucking idiot, bitch.
Scott, what did you just say? Come
Look here,
again?
bitch. Nah, I'm done with your ass, fuck. You're gonna be blocked from my account.
Now, as Scott continued to create content on TikTok, viewers began to assess Scott's living situation as well. As you can see here, this is Scott's mattress. And I can't lie to y'all, this might be the most disgusting example of a sleeping arrangement I have ever seen with my own 2 eyes. And I guess one of my questions is, how in the world does a white mattress turn fully black? Now, like I said previously, Scott lives with his dad, who has his own set of health issues. And we don't really know too much about their relationship, but I did find a rare video of them 2 together. And in this video, it seems as if Scott's father is staring into blank space, or maybe even a TV screen, wondering if his son has an off button.
I have a cricket in my hand. There. I have a cricket in my hand. He's going to do 3 backflips. 1, 2, 3. He wants to do 3 more, but hold his jacket. 1, 2, 3. You think I have a cricket in my hand? Then why are you holding his jacket?
Now, as we close out the year 2022 in the Scott Rogers timeline, I did find one more video from that year posted on November 15th, 2022 that made me feel weird while watching it. And in this particular video, Scott is mentioning what he'd do if he woke up as a girl.
You know what would be real freaky, guys? If a man woke up in a woman's body and the woman woke up in the same man's body, like they switch bodies, you know? I mean, I hope that does not happen to me, but damn, I just watched a video, 3-parter about that. A boy wakes up in a girl's body. Man, I mean, that was week. I was like, oh my God. And it was, like in the movies. I hope the person, and I will not do this. If that happens to me, I will not open that person, look down. I will not do that. I'll be respectful. Be like, okay. And until I get the body switched back, you know, and not take a shower, you know, I will change. But I'll get the clothes ready and change with my eyes closed. Use the sense of feel. Just out of respect of the woman who I switched bodies with. But anyway, I hope that it's not true. I don't know. Peace out, guys.
I don't know about y'all, but I just find it interesting how Scott's like, yeah, I hope that doesn't happen to me, as he explains exactly what he'd do if he was in a woman's body. But that video certainly scratches the surface in terms of creepiness compared to the next video I found, where Scott is seen at a park on October 17th, 2024, wanting to do a puppet show for some random kids in the park.
What's up, TikTok? I'm at the park across the street from my house. There's some kids there. I want to see if I can do a puppet show. Ask their parents, see if I can. Got Carlos with me. I'll let you know how it goes if I can. Peace out.
Luckily, I don't think Scott ever got out of his car, but this certainly wouldn't be the last time Scott would potentially scare the public with his puppet, because on January 11th of 2025, Scott would then take his puppet to a drive-thru, as you can see here. And before you watch this video, get your cringe cap on, because this is a hard watch.
Yes, sir, like a sausage egg McMuffin, please. And how much are your breakfast burritos?
One burrito was like $3.
How much would it be with the sausage egg McMuffin and 2?
His dad needs to get him in hand or something, man. I help my son out, and help him with his behavior and what's acceptable, what isn't acceptable, and stuff like that. Dad, where the hell are you? Man, the public is just going to beat up on him if you let him behave like this. Why don't you talk to him?
Burritos, how much would that be together?
A sausage egg McMuffin and 2 burritos,
Yes, ma'am.
$7.90.
Alright, I'll take that, please.
Okay.
I'm coming around.
Okay.
Exactly. Hey, Shaza.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. I do this to make y'all's day, Y'all look slow this morning. Hey. Yes, sir. All right, you too. Hello. You too. Have a blessed day, man.
You know what? There are a lot of people who aren't differently abled that can't handle the online community. At times I find it tough to take.
I do this to make y'all lift y'all spirits, because I know y'all deal with some shitty ass people, and just to make y'all's day.
I don't think so.
You're welcome.
Have a good one.
You too. Well, I've not done that in a while.
I don't think so.
Well,
no.
gotta go.
Now, at this point in the video, it's safe to mention that finding any more information on Scott and his story was very difficult. One of those reasons is because Scott isn't the most popular lolcow, so there's not a lot of people archiving his content. But the biggest reason, in my opinion, has got to be the fact that Scott regularly privates his TikTok page in an attempt to slow down any trolls that want to mess with him. And as of me making this video, his page is currently on lockdown, as you can see here. So I do apologize if this video seems to be a bit all over the place or a bit shorter in comparison to my recent videos. But after putting this together, I realized that Scott isn't necessarily a bad guy. Has he made some very questionable and creepy decisions? Absolutely. But I do think we can all agree that Scott isn't all the way there. So whether or not you believe Scott to be a creepazoid or if he's just manipulated by his trolls is up for you to decide. In my opinion, I do think Scott has weird tendencies, especially if we were to mention him showing his private parts on a live stream out of anger. But when it comes to Scott's genuine well-being, I am concerned for him, because it seems that his dad doesn't have too much longer here on Earth, and we can only sit here and wonder what that looks like for Scott when the time comes. At the end of the day, I don't wish anything bad on Scott, and I do wish the best for him. And as we close out,
This kid's helpless. This is who Adult Protective Services should be protecting. Not Shanny and Rev. Them two pieces of shit should be out on the fucking street. This kid's gonna need a group home. Like my son. He's always going to need somebody to look after him. He's always going to need somebody to look after him. That's just sad. You know, I kind of wanted to have fun with it at first, and then the more we got into the video, I'm just like, man, I'm feeling some kind of way. You know? I'm not heartless. It's not right to pick on the weak. And if you're of the praying persuasion, maybe throw a prayer his way. If you're of the positive vibe persuasion, send some positive vibes his way. Couldn't hurt.
out this video, I thought it would be fun to end on one of my personal favorite videos from Scott's arsenal. Enjoy.
Hey,
Hey, you guys.
How
Went
you
on
doing?
the police because this truck right here, I have a bad feeling about it. I do not know. It's an Enterprise truck rental. Called the police. They're on the way. I just have been here for a very long time. And I'm sensing that someone or something is back there. I don't know. Waiting on the police. Mississippi tag. Just don't know. But I'll keep y'all updated. Take care.
Hey, if you ever want to see some more of my content, I also have a gaming channel that you can find in the description. On top of that, soon I'll be starting a war story channel where I'll be making very similar videos to these, but instead of lolcows and creeps, we're going to be talking about different wars, conflicts, and battles that interest me and hopefully interest you. So I'll keep you guys updated when the time comes. With all that being said, please feel free to reach out via email if you want me to cover someone on this channel or just to say hi. As always, thank you guys so much for making me a part of your day, and God bless.
Good luck to you, partner. You're going to need it. All right. Let's find something that we can laugh at. That was a Debbie Downer.
In case anyone was wondering, my name is Dan Guard. I'm a monster, but I really just want to kiss. Yesterday I quit my job. Abby, you should be in jail for what you did to me, honestly. In jail. I took down the Illuminati and the devil. Just trust me. Seriously, trust me. I'm not on one knee, but will you marry me? I'm the monster under your bed. Leave the White House or I'll nuke it. You know, I'm a really nice person. Like, I got love for everybody. But I have enough rage to kill you all. Pull it up to the White House in 6 minutes.
What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another video. My name is Channing, and today we're going to be talking about a seemingly delusional 34-year-old man named Daniel Guard.
Good God Almighty. He's a harsh 34, isn't he? That was quite an intro. This son of a bitch has got quite the mouth on him. He's a fat fucker, too. And look at them damned eyebrows. Looks like he Sharpied them on. Shit.
Who believes he is the, quote, chosen one that is going to save the world. And as you can tell by the title, he also stormed...
Let's count the chosen ones that we have in the stable. Von Helton, Shanny. They're chosen too. Y'all should go bowling together. Maybe do some putt-putt golf. Y'all should hang out.
the White House. Now, Daniel would ultimately share this whole entire extravaganza on TikTok, so I scrubbed his whole entire account to try and piece together Daniel's story, and it all starts in what seems to be Daniel's bedroom, posting his first ever TikTok videos on January 23rd, 2025.
Morning, everybody. I just want to put this out in the universe. I'm one of God's chosen, looking for others. Here for support and supporting others. So if you need any support, let me know. God bless.
So here we have Daniel, who seems like a normal guy spending some time in his bedroom making a TikTok. But the part that stuck out to me the most was Daniel's claim that he is indeed one of God's chosen. And the reason why I bring this up is because it will be important throughout the course of this video. So keep this in mind. Now, something else that is interesting is how often Daniel would be posting on this account as well. Even though he started slowly posting in the beginning, by the time we get to January 30th, you'll see how many videos Daniel can make in one single sitting. You see, from January 23rd to February 2nd, Daniel would post over 100 times on TikTok, leaving a hefty trail of content for us to unpack. And even though each of his videos is barely over 10 seconds long, I felt it would make the most sense if we break down Daniel's story one day at a time. So with that being said, let's take a look at Daniel's second and last video that was posted on the 23rd.
Just want to say to anyone that hated on me in my life, or anyone that wished bad upon me, I'll see you at the finish line.
Now, after watching that, I'm sure we can all agree.
Well, I hope it isn't a foot race. Because your ass is going to be dead last, motherfucker.
that so far nothing seems out of the ordinary, and this would also seem to be the case on the 24th as well.
Looking for any of the chosen ones out there. If you're chosen and you know it, let me know in the comments, because I need to find you guys.
After making a few videos, Daniel would then go MIA, posting 0 videos from the 24th to the 26th. But on the 27th, Daniel posted a video.
Who the hell would choose this beef-headed motherfucker? Who? What makes him think he's chosen? What the fuck, dude? Wish somebody'd choose me for something. Choose me for $1 million payout. Some shit. Damn. Why can't I be a chosen one? Fuck.
That not only left me confused, but also slightly concerned.
To anyone that may have a secret account and they're watching me, you know who you are. Your name starts with an A. Make a move.
After watching this video, I'm sure we have similar questions regarding who Daniel thinks is secretly watching his TikTok. And not only that, what does he mean by quote-unquote make a move? But Daniel would then post once more on the 27th, helping give his viewers some insight as to what is going on in his life.
Morning, everybody. Just want to touch base, let you know what's going on in my life a little bit. Yesterday, I quit my job. I feel fucking great. I feel liberated. It's awesome. If you support that, let me know in the comments. Hope you have a blessed day, and yeah, just stay strong.
So obviously we all just heard Daniel saying he quit his job. Now we don't know why or where he worked and what his plans are for the future either. But what we do know is that according to Dan, he's not going anywhere.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm waiting, okay? Patiently. I'm waiting. God bless.
Now, as January 29th rolled around, this is where Daniel would start to post dozens of videos a day. So we're going to watch a bunch of these videos together, and then I'll chime in when I feel necessary.
In case anyone was wondering, my name is Dan Guard. I'm a monster, but I really just want to kiss. A certain secret society contacted me and told me they worship the devil. I got receipts. Holler at me. Yeah, and it's just like the funniest thing about them contacting me is they have done so much fucked up shit to me. I got some stories. They have done so much fucked up dark wizard spells, gang stalking, tapping my phone, all that shit. And
Why?
then they want me to join them?
Why you? Why you? What's so special about you? What's so special about you? Other than your blood type is probably Rocky Road.
Like, what? Let me know if I'm the only adult out there that wanted to be Luke Skywalker when they were a kid. By now, the entire world should be thanking me.
Now, at this point, it's becoming more clear that something isn't exactly right. Now, I'm no medical professional, but it seems to me that Daniel is going through some sort of mania or maybe even a drug-induced psychosis. But that's me building conclusions with my uneducated guesses. So if you feel like you have no idea what's going on as well, don't feel left out because I'm on the same boat. The only definitive thing we do know about Daniel thus far is the fact that nothing could stop him from posting TikToks.
Love you too. I mean, maybe. I don't know, we can talk about it. You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. I'm a very strong light worker. I've also done all the shadow work in the entire universe. So
You and Von Helton would get along just great. He's a light worker too. Damn. Get Von Elton on the horn. Tell him this son of a bitch wants to talk to him.
So, at this point, I can heal anything. Just wanted to journal some of my goals. I'm going to save the world, heal the world, stop murder, stop, and go to Mars. All right. Abby, you should be in jail for what you did to me, honestly. In jail. Like, locked up. Prison.
Now, as we dig deeper through Daniel's TikTok videos posted on the 29th, we can now build a conclusion as to who Daniel must have been referring to when he was talking about someone watching his TikTok videos on a quote-unquote secret account.
To anyone that may have a secret account and they're watching me, you know who you are. Your name starts with an A. Make a move.
Now, we don't know who Abby is or her significance to the story because Daniel doesn't share any much more with us, but I felt it's important to mention because throughout the rest of Daniel's TikTok videos, this wouldn't be the last time we hear him referring to Abby, and whoever she is, other than the fact that she sold her soul to the devil.
Abby, I hope you understand. You sold your soul to the devil. You sold him your soul. You're going to hell.
But these videos we've watched so far are only a handful out of the dozens that Daniel would post on the 29th into the 30th. And I'm not sure if I'm correct, but given the timeline of these posts and how frequent Daniel is posting, that leads me to believe that this
Wow. This guy just can't get enough. He just says whatever just pops into his mind. I guess that's just what it is. He just says whatever pops into his mind.
this man is not sleeping.
I just gotta sit here and vent. I mean, like, who do these people think they are f***ing with? Who do they think they're f***ing with? They're pulling on my energy left and right and just pulling on my energy. You have nothing. You can't stop me. You can't pull on my energy. I have the energy. I'm one with Source. Me and Source, we're one. We are one. We are one together. Me and Source, we're one. We are one. I'm Source. I'm him. I took down the Illuminati and the devil. Facts. I literally know about everything. So if you have no time, because I know about it already, and I forgive you.
Really? Then go into work for me tomorrow so I can have the day off. You know everything, so I don't have to tell you what shit is, and I don't have to tell you how to do the job. Got this.
Forgive you, okay? I understand, like, it's hard. There's nobody on the planet that can do the things I do. That's a fact. Nobody. Yo, I will teach you how to get on my level. Just come over here. I know you're, like, nervous about shit, and I know you're, like, in your head, and, like, yo, just chill.
Now, I can't be the only person wondering if Daniel is using some type of illicit substances, which is maybe causing these types of responses. And it's not only what Daniel says that leads me to wonder if he's using drugs or not, but also noticing how dilated his pupils are. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. With that being said, let's continue to look at what Daniel posted on the 29th into the 30th.
Okay, look, I'm really trying to help you, because if you don't come to me and I find somebody else, because I'm going to find somebody else, you're going to be regretting it for the rest of your life, Abby. You're going to regret it. For the rest of your life, you're going to regret it. So get your shit together, because I'm not waiting long. I understand you're struggling. You're where I was 2 years ago. Like...
Oh, boy. You know what? You can suck a big mound of donkey dicks. Green ones. Seriously, man. A big old mound of green donkey dicks. That is all.
Just trust me. Just trust me. Seriously, trust me. Okay, it took me a lot of shadow work here, a lot of light work, shadow work, all that to get here, Abby. You're close. You have a lot of energy. You're good with it. You're close. But you need a little more work. I'm not on one knee, but will you marry me? I'm sending this message to the world. Russia, China, Europe, Australia, South America, Canada, Antarctica. We need to work together as a group, one planet together. That's coming from God. You can believe me, not believe me, but if you do want to talk and put away war, holler at me. If there's anyone out there wondering why God chose me to lead his chosen ones, it's because I've been through a lot of trials, tribulations in my life. I've been to dark places. And he brought me from the dark places back up to the light. And, yeah. I am most definitely worthy of you. I am worthy of anyone on the planet. Yeah. Call me. Fast. Abby, fight for me. I'll fight for you. Make this work for me. I'll make it work for you. Let's do this together. Call me.
Now, as you guys can see, Daniel is slowly losing it, but it's still unclear to us what's causing this to happen. And what's interesting as well is Daniel continuing to mention Abby's name, asking her to call him as well. And after watching all these videos up to this point, it's only becoming more concerning with how fast Daniel seems to be spiraling down a delusional hole that's plaguing his mind.
Yeah. And who's this Abby chick? I mean, he's just getting more and more crazy.
Mind. And another interesting part about all of this is how many holes there are in Daniel's story so far. We still don't even really know who this guy is, what his plan is, and what's causing him to act this way. But as the morning of January 30th came around, Daniel would continue to talk about Abby, as well as posting his usual cryptic messages. Although for some reason, Daniel seems to be upset in these videos that we're about to watch, even threatening to kill someone named Caleb.
Abby, Caleb is manipulative, violent, abusive, controlling. He's a bad person. I don't know what it is, but something from up above is telling me I have a kid with you, that I need to get a DNA test with whatever kid you have. I'll kill him. I'll kill him. I swear to God. I don't know why you're...
Now this is where it gets dangerous. This is where it gets dangerous. What do y'all think? Drugs? Or do you think he's just insane? What do y'all think? Or a combination? I think it's drugs. I think it's drugs. I'm not sure what it is. Nothing I've used does this shit to you.
You're scared. Fuck that bitch. He's a pussy. He's so scared of me, you don't even know. Abby, we're twin flames. We are twin flames. If we don't find each other, we are going to be in pain the rest of our lives.
What's interesting is not only Daniel's undying devotion to whoever Abby is, but also seeing how fast his mood changes as well. Because in these videos we just watched, Daniel is obviously agitated, but in the next few videos he seems a lot more calm and relaxed.
I'm proud of you. I love you. I forgive you.
Hey, bad wolf.
Now find that fire and come. I just want to let you know where I'm at. If I never see you again, I'm not. I'm really. I don't even want to look for anyone else. I'll just be alone and happy with myself, but alone.
Now, given everything that we know so far, I can only assume that Daniel must have a crush or some sort of previous relationship regarding Abby. You see, as we unpack this situation, it sort of reminds me of Daniel Larson and his infatuation with Grace Vanderwaal, for those of you who are familiar with the Larson lore. And it's not just Daniel's infatuation with Abby that reminds me of Daniel Larson, but also the crippling delusions.
If you want to start your journey on becoming a chosen one, go to YouTube, type in chosen one. There's a blueprint there. Follow it. Become powerful. Own your power. Free your mind. What's going on in my life right now is not my plan. I don't have a plan. This is God's plan. I'm going to teach you how to make a TikTok, and you're going to use your gifts to change the world. You're so intelligent. You're so wise and beautiful and caring. When you asked me if I needed a homeless shelter and I told you I'll figure it out, I'm going to figure it the out. You put me in 2 hospitals. They tried to convince me I was crazy and delusional. I am not crazy and delusional. I'm driven and smart and successful, and I'm going to be successful. Know that. Get on board.
Now, as we just heard, Daniel just stated he's been hospitalized twice before because of his delusions, and I'm not sure how recent he was hospitalized in comparison to when these videos were made, but that information does help us understand that Daniel at least knows there's other people who think he's delusional, even though he doesn't think he's delusional himself, which is interesting. But according to Daniel, he's playing chess while we're playing checkers.
You used your beauty and pheromones against me. Your beauty and pheromones you used.
Wow. That's crazy. I hope she's screen recording this. I really do. And giving it to the proper authorities.
Use them against me. And just so you know, I've known it the whole time. You're playing checkers. I'm playing chess. You want to learn the game? Come learn. I might be the smartest person on the planet. Time will tell. But that knowledge is inside of each and every one of us.
Now, I do want to mention that as we continue to watch Daniel's TikToks, it's clear to see that this man is indeed not sleeping. We can literally see the sun go up and down not once, but twice from the 29th to the 31st, which means Daniel was up for more than 36 hours recording TikToks at this point, and maybe even longer. And he would only continue to post more videos, and honestly, these posts would get creepier and more concerning by the dozen.
The reason they're trying to ban TikTok is because TikTok is God's instrument on earth. If you plan on coming to meet me at any point in time, you better not have any fucking perfume on. I'm the monster under your bed. I don't know exactly how many billion people there are on the planet. God picked me. I have been backstabbed, manipulated, and f***ing things you can't even imagine to get here. And all of it sucked, but I'm here. Just...
Oh my gosh. Is there no one? No family? No friends? agitated neighbor, anyone? A paper trail of any kind on this guy?
So everybody knows, I run the world, but I'm broke. You better release anybody that's in captivity. You better release anyone in captivity. In case you're wondering, I teleported here.
Yeah, so as you just saw, Daniel has spurts of delusional positivity, then all of a sudden he freaks out saying we better release people in captivity. And yeah, Daniel, I agree, those people should not be held hostage, but who exactly are we talking about here? On a serious note, I find it extremely interesting how 1 second Daniel seems to be on all 10 toes, then the next second he's crashing out about the most random things with zero context. Then all of a sudden he's back to normal again. Like, what is even going on? But as we continue to watch these videos, things only get more concerning.
If you wronged me, this is where you're going. You're going to jail. And you're not going to die. You're just going to be in jail. Leave the White House or I'll nuke it.
Yeah, so I'm not the smartest tool in the shed, but I do know that one thing you cannot do is threaten the US government, especially saying you're going to nuke the White House. And remember how I was just saying how Daniel Guard here reminds me of Daniel Larson? Who would have ever thought that there's a Daniel Larson 2.0 running around with the same first name doing
That'll get you some attention. Do what that dumb son of a bitch just did. That'll get you some attention.
doing pretty much the same exact thing. Because for those of you who don't know, Daniel Larson actually threatened the government and eventually got picked up by the feds and was facing 60 years in prison. It's almost like Daniel Guard is Daniel Larson reincarnated, but instead of these two sharing looks, Daniel Guard looks like the big boom guy, which is actually such a fitting name for Daniel, especially after hearing him say he's gonna nuke the White House. Just give me 3 big booms. Boom, boom, boom. I'm sorry. Now, eventually Daniel would make a follow-up post after the nuke video saying he should be the one that gets nuked, and then following that up with another delusional post as well.
Or, if the threat is too large, nuke me. I can feel everyone's soul. So if there's a girl in turmoil, I will feel it. I will find the man responsible.
Now, this is where Daniel's story takes the ultimate twist because he would ultimately decide to try and act on these decisions.
I'm going to the White House. God told me to. I'm going to politely ask Trump to resign with his administration. And Sunday. And I hope to see Anna at the front gate. His vengeance will be swift and furious. Chosen ones, meet me at the gate, 5 o'clock, Sunday, White House. You know, I'm a really nice person. Like, I got love for everybody. But I have enough rage to kill you all.
Yeah, so clear as day, we all heard Daniel say that he's indeed going to the White House, which is obviously a huge problem given the statement Daniel made referring to the nuke. Daniel also seems extra hostile in these videos, even saying he, quote, has enough rage to kill us all, which is freaky to say the least. Obviously, at this point, it's clear as day that Daniel is either struggling with some sort of mental issues or is battling a drug addiction that has changed his brain chemistry, or maybe even a little bit of both. And these videos are also equally as concerning as they are creepy as well. But eventually, Daniel would hop in his car and drive from Massachusetts to Washington, D.C. in an attempt to visit the White House.
Pulling up to the White House in 6 minutes. I just walked up to the White House, talked to a cop, told him my name, told him I was looking for Donald Trump, and he told me he was in Florida. Couldn't see him. Proud of you, Trump. Real proud of my president.
Now, obviously, Daniel pulled up, and the guy he's looking for, Donald Trump, is not there. And it's unclear to me what Daniel was going to say or what he planned to do at the White House. But given his past statements with the nuke and saying he's going to kill people, is definitely enough to be put on some sort of watch list.
Yeah, buddy. You're going to be on a list. You're going to be on a list, pal.
Eventually, Daniel would decide to drive home, but it was on this drive home where Daniel actually confirmed some of my initial guesses as to why he maybe acts like this.
So I'm just driving, and I figured I'd get the message out there that, you know, I used to sell drugs, do drugs, heavily addicted. All the drugs, the worst way. And if I can make it back, so can anybody in the world. So just stay strong. God bless all of you.
So not only did Daniel say he has a bad history with using and selling drugs, he also mentioned that he was heavily addicted. Now I know Daniel mentions how he, quote, made it back, which I assume is him referring to getting sober, but because of how he's acting and what he's saying, one can only assume that he's not telling the full truth. Eventually, Daniel would make it home and decide to post 2 more TikTok videos that night.
Abby, I'm fully and totally in love with Anna. Give up. And Abby, if that is your real name, because I know you work for the NSA, CIA, FBI, one of those agencies. I know you work for them, so if that is your name, great. But I will always protect you, but I don't love you anymore.
Now, you may be wondering, what happens next? Does Daniel decide to go back to the White House? Does he end up talking to Trump? Do we ever figure out who the hell Abby is? Well, I can assure you that we don't have the answers to any of those questions. But what we do know of is one very last video before going ghost on February 2nd, 2025. And I'm sure this outcome would be one you maybe wouldn't expect.
Quick update, my family put me in the hospital, Section 8 me, Section 12, whatever the fuck. I'm completely fine, and hopefully I'll be there soon. Because I took a road trip to DC, and I came home. They put a missing persons out on me, and then Section 12 me, even though I just went for a road trip. Incredible.
So, as you just saw, Daniel got admitted into a psych evaluation due to his family calling in on him. Now, it's also important to note that Daniel refers to his White House visit as, quote, just a road trip, which obviously was not the case. He went there to talk to Trump, said he was going to nuke the White House and also kill people. And obviously, these aren't speculations. Daniel was literally caught in 4K saying all these things. And like I said, this happened on February 2nd. And as someone who did my own time in a psych ward when I was 18, I know they tend to hold you for at least 3 days. And if you're in extra bad shape, they can even hold you for like 2 weeks or longer. And if you do get wrapped up into something like this where you're being held at these loony bins, there is no way out. No one can call and pick you up or anything. The only way out is when the doctors sit down with you and deem you fit enough to be put back into society. My point is, if Daniel was admitted on the 2nd, he is probably not getting out until the 16th, or today. And what's also interesting about this whole entire situation is Daniel's ability to stretch the time of a day into what seems like weeks due to how much content he was posting on social media in just a short amount of time. I also wanted to mention that this video of Daniel in the ambulance did end up going viral with hundreds of thousands of views. And currently this is the last video that is on Daniel's page as of me making this video. It's just fascinating how in just a few days Daniel left us with such a compelling story, as well as a cliffhanger in the end, leaving myself and a bunch of people wondering where this guy is, if he's okay, and so on. And at the end of the day, I don't wish anything bad on this guy whatsoever. For all we know, he could have mental issues or is dealing with addiction, and luckily nobody was hurt through Daniel's delusional debacle. So with all that being said, I really do wish the best for this guy, and I hope he's okay. Now, Daniel did say in the comments of one of his videos that he can, quote, "F girls telepathically," so I'm very sure with that superpower in mind, there's no way Daniel's getting bored in that loony bin. But that's about all I have for you guys today. And before I let you go, I do want to say a huge thank you for 7,000 subscribers, as well as 1 million views on my channel. My dream when I was 14 was to become a YouTuber full time, so seeing that dream slowly unfold before my eyes means the absolute world to me. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and making me a part of your day, and God bless.
Well, that's all I've got for now. I want to thank everybody that came and saw me today. You guys rock. I don't care if you're here for 10 minutes, 10 seconds, or the whole thing. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. You know why? Well, do you? It's because nobody else will. And y'all take care. And I'll see you tomorrow after work. Bye. Peace.